Hey my lovelies, welcome to my channel. So as you can see, this is my first video. I'm not new to YouTube. I do have like a beauty and a try on haul channel, so if you're into like hair, makeup and all that good stuff and clothes, I will link that channel in the description below. But yes, hey, so welcome to Nisi's reactions slash opinions. So on this channel I'm going to be giving my opinions and reacting to like stories that are going viral, especially like from TikTok and everything that's going on in the world. But yeah, what's trending and what's popping and what's hot, and I'm just on here to give my opinion. I love watching these videos, so I thought, you know what, I want to do a second channel and do these type of videos. So to start off, it would only be right to start off with this viral video that's come from TikTok with a woman and man, married. They live in a one-bedroom apartment and there's 7 of them. Well, there's 6 of them. So there's 4 kids, 2 adults, obviously mum and dad, 4 kids. So that's 6. And she's currently pregnant, so it's going to be 7, living in a one-bedroom. The kids live in the living room while the parents are like living their best life in the master bedroom. I've watched other like TikToks of theirs just to get a backstory before I give my opinion. So I've done my research. Yeah, the room's nice, and it's just like, I'm sure 2 bunk beds could fit in there, or if not, just get one big mattress and let all the kids sleep in here. But yeah, I'm gonna show you a little snippet of what went viral and then I'll come back to give my opinion.
In a one-bedroom apartment. As the kids grow older, that means we constantly have to adapt our environment to give them.
Hi friends, and welcome to my reality check TED Talk. You're going to see that I have stitched a little piece of this. I'm seeing a lot of people just completely dog on this mother and her family. And I just want to have a comeback down to earth moment, because it's seeming to me that yes, things that are in their house are not perfect, but it's seeming to me that a lot of us are forgetting, especially now that it's election time right now, a lot of us are forgetting where we're living at. And we are
So guys, I'm a mother, so I sympathize with this woman, but at the same time, like, we need to get it together. So she has been getting a lot of like backlash, I guess, on TikTok, but it's not because like she lives in a one bed, it's because the kids are in the living room while the parents are in the bedroom living their best life. And then obviously she's pregnant again, so she's bringing another bundle of joy, because kids are a bundle of joy. But it's just like your situation's not all together. So I have 3 kids, and obviously when you have one, people are like, oh, you having any more, blah blah blah, and it's like, no, I can't afford any more kids. And no offense, I'm in a 2-bed, I'm currently on a waiting list for a 3-bed, but even with that, like, no. So it's just like the fact that you live in a 1-bed, why do you keep having more and more kids? Now, quick backstory. They met during COVID. He had 1 child from a previous relationship and she had 2. So then obviously they've come together and they've had 3. Well, that's 3. And then they've had 1 together, and then she's currently pregnant again. They have pets, so they have cats. And then apparently they had like fleas, and then the kids had lice, and it's just a hot mess. And no offense, even in that little TikTok clip, the house kind of looks, you know, dirty. And I know kids, as soon as you clean up, kids mess up, so I get it, but it's just wrong on so many levels.
Living in a one-bedroom apartment.
Family of 6 going on 7 living in a 1-bedroom apartment. Okay.
As the kids grow older, that means we constantly have to adapt our environment.
Constantly adapting the environment, but you're still in a 1-bedroom apartment. What's the environmental change here?
To give them more means for privacy and extra space.
How does a family of 6 in a 1-bedroom apartment find extra what?
When outside our environment appears cluttered, disorganized, what have you.
Clutter and disorganization actually negatively impacts children's holistic development. Did you know that? And your response is, but what have you? Like, make it make sense.
The instant judgment me and my husband receive, why have so many kids if you don't have enough space for them?
Because generally it is illegal to have 6 people living in a 1-bedroom apartment just because of the limitation of the space available. Did you know that?
See, my perception is judgment comes from a place of not having the experience.
Yeah, I would hope there's not too many families of 6 expecting a 7th living in a 1-bedroom apartment, because why?
I do everything I can to keep our environment clean and tidy.
Forgive me if I'm wrong, but couldn't like putting a pause on having children help keep the environment, you know what I mean? I don't know anymore. Like, what?
Okay, first of all, it's a risk because you've shown like people your house, the layout, and the kids are like near the window and near the door. So you know when people break in, that's the first place to go, is the living room, innit? And then obviously because it's one of those houses, as soon as you open the door, you're in the living room. So the kids, anything could happen to them, or vice versa. A kid could just wake up one night through the night while you're sleeping in the bedroom, and they could just, you know, like sleepwalking, or they could just walk out. Like, it's very dangerous. So that's number one. Unless they've got like them high bolts where the kids can't reach, but still, it's just dangerous. God forbid if I was ever in that situation, my kids would have the bedroom. Even now, the house I live in, it's one double and one single. I'm outnumbered, so I'm going to give up my double room to my kids, and then I'm going to take the single room because there's more kids than, you know what I mean, than me and my partner or whatever. But yeah, like, no, obviously she's just like, you know, people are coming for her, blah, blah. It's not even that they're poor, because obviously people are like, oh, you're poor shaming, da, 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 da. You'll see other people's reaction and you'll get it. But there's the one lady, the posh lady that I'm going to play at the end. And she's just like, oh, the kids are loved. It doesn't matter that they're living on one bed. They don't know that they're poor until us lot on the internet started pointing it out. Let me tell you something, yeah. So my daughter's just started reception. So obviously I'm doing the school run. Trust me, adults don't need to tell kids that they're poor. You can just see it. You can see it from like their parents' car. You can see like by the coats, the bag, the shoes that they're wearing. Like, trust me, adults don't need to tell kids poor. And then plus kids, especially these days, they're very intelligent, like they're very forward. So let's just say, even in the park, if you go there, you might see a kid in Gucci shoes, and it doesn't mean that they're rich, but do you see the difference why your shoes, your trainers could be broken, or, you know what I mean, like wear and tear. So trust me, kids don't need to be told that they're poor. Like, trust me, you know, if you have to share a room with siblings, you know what I mean, I do feel like kids are entitled to their own room. I had to share until I was 7 years old. So this is what I mean. I'm in my 30s now, and this is what I mean. You never forget it. So trust me, even if they didn't know they were poor as kids, when you grow up, it's like, rah, like, we struggled, da 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 da.
Not that these people are obviously low income and have a multitude of kids, because, you know, obviously there's issues with openly saying that you can't afford shoes for living children, but then continuing to bring more children into the world. Obviously, that's an issue. We can all agree on that. The thing that bothers me the most, that I like, it makes my eye twitch, I like, it's gonna haunt me, I'm probably gonna have a fucking nightmare about it tonight, is the fact that you posted all of these children's faces. You posted the general layout of your home. You tagged the city in which you live in. You're posting these kids in their diapers. And then you're also basically implying that you're at home with them alone. And then come to find out, you have the master bedroom. You have the primary bedroom with your partner as the adults. And then you're also basically implying that you're at home with them alone. And then come to find out, you have the master bedroom, you have the primary bedroom with your partner as the adults, while these kids are sleeping in the front room next to the door, where the outside is, where the public is, in a 1-bedroom apartment. And these kids are as young as, like, apparently, I don't know for sure, like 10 months old. And they're sleeping on mats this thick by the door. And you have the primary bedroom. That fucking bothers me. It bothers me. The just complete and utter lack of care about children's health and wellness on this app. Like, basic safety out the door. Out the front door that your kids are sleeping next to because you just posted on the fucking internet with their whole faces. I don't know what the fuck's going on with y'all.
Mate, that last girl, she was saying everything on point. Like I said, it's a hazard and it's quite dangerous. Like, they're putting their kids at risk. And yeah, everything else she was saying, it was on point. Like she couldn't even like put it any better, like literally. And she wasn't coming for them. She was literally just like educating, and not just for them, just any parents that are constantly putting the camera on their kids on like social media. Be careful, because there's a lot of dangerous people out here, you know what I mean? Like, people will know your kids. Like, they could be walking in a supermarket and they'll be like, oh, hey, let's say the daughter's called Sophie. And obviously you'll be looking at them like, how do you know my daughter? But you've put all that information out on the internet. So people feel like they can approach you and it's a child. You know what I mean? Like a normal person couldn't approach my child because I don't know you like that, so why are you approaching a child? But because these kids are on social media, people think, you know what I mean? So just that alone, like, you need to be
Children
careful.
are okay. Yeah. They're in a safe environment with two parents that love each other. I keep on hearing a lot of women saying, this is ridiculous. You have brought children into this world, into poverty. The reality is, she had 2 children, he had a son. So before they decided to have children of their own, they already had 3 children. She's about to have her 3rd child with this man. She didn't have 6 children for him. Second, children don't know they're poor until someone else points it out. And I saw the video, and all I see is that she is a loving mother. She cooks for them. She brushes their hair. Those children look healthy, well taken care of. Poverty is not a disease. It's a condition that people can improve. These children are not being abused. And if you ask them, they will tell you that they're very happy. He had a son that lived with him by himself, and she had 2 daughters that lived with her in a single parent household. But now that they're a combined family, those children are happy. Give this family a chance. They'll get a bigger place. Don't be quick to judge.
And then apparently this woman's not stopping, like she wants to have more kids. Like basically she wants one of those like tiny homes and, you know, loads of kids. It's like that woman with the shoe, you know, that nursery rhyme growing up, the woman in the boot who had bare kids. But obviously at least with the boot, it was like a high-need boot, so at least it went up like a townhouse. But this is just like a 1-bed apartment. And obviously people, this is in America, so people are like, oh, you know, housing's expensive, which it is, and, you know, cost of living. But why bring another human being just to basically suffer? Because I doubt it they go on like holidays. I'm struggling and I've got 3 kids, but I therefore every year, if not twice, at least once, to try and fly my kids out, because I didn't get that as a child. So do you see what I mean? But I feel like people just don't pattern their kids, like they just bring them in this life, and you know this life is hard already. It's like they just literally give birth for the kids to suffer. I get it. They seem like they love the kids, but love can, you know what I mean? As Miss Tina, rest in peace, said, what's love got to do with it? Like, there's more to life than love. Just like the Mendes brothers that killed their parents, they didn't have love, but they were filthy rich. This family, they have love, but they're poor. So you need like a nice balance, you know what I mean? You need a nice medium. But yeah, that's it for this, for my first video. Please let me know in the comments your opinion on what you think and what other stories do you want me to cover that's trending and that's hot right now. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.